صار الوقت سفرة جديدة واكسبيرينس جديدة وادفنتشر جديدة. هالمرة رجعنا على ايطاليا فينيس، بس نال مش معي. عملنا توريزم تريب رح تكون اكتشاف بوتيغا جولد ذا فيموس بروسيكو. عزموني بوتيغا من لبنان تنكتشف وين كيف ليش وين بينعملوا كل التفاصيل and the whole story of it بفينيس the famous Venice. Wow, what a super great first impression. ما بعتقد أول شي في بانوراما مثل هيدا بالعالم، وما في عنب بيطلع مثل هالمنطقة. نحن ماشيين طلع أول شي كمية الخضار، المي، الشجر، جبال الوديان، الأنهر. واو بيوتيفل. ما حدا خبرني إنه بدي أطلع مشي على راس التلة. عن جد واو، كل ما عم نعلي كل ما عم بحس بعد قديش حلو. سقبنا على القد سانسيت، على القد لون الخضار كتير حلو، والطبيعة اللي لونها هيك أحمر براون، في حوالينا يمكن شي 1000 لون. نحن ببروسيكو كونتري، يعني هون بيصير البروسيكو. العنب الغير شكل، النبيذ الغير شكل، الفريسانتي الغير شكل. ومش بس هيك، معروف المنطقة بالباستا بالجبنة. شو بدنا بصيتوا هيك والأكل طيب. بتعرفوا لدرجة سيرين، لدرجة هيك كالم، انه ما بيطلع بالك تعلي صوتك وتصرخ، بيطلع بالك بس تنبسط بالطبيعة وتقدر كل لحظة. أكيد العنب هون طعمته كتير مختلفة للمناخ، للطقس، للعلو، ولكمية الشجر اللي حواليه. سو هيك مالتي فيجيتيشن، منا بس سهول من العنب. بين كل عنبة وعنبة في شجرة من هون شجرة من هون، وأكيد نباتات على الأرض يلي بتعطيها الطعمة يلي هي بيعملوا منها البروسيكو الرائع.
Hi everybody, I'm Elena, I'm from Bottega, I'm the corporate sommelier and the global trainer of the company, and here we are in Arfanta. Arfanta is one of the 33 rive of Conegliano Valdobbiadene area. And here I was explaining to my friends today that we have 5 ivers over there, bees houses, where we produce our honey. And bees are very important for the safety of the planet. At the same time, I want to show them how difficult heroical viticulture is called here in UNESCO Heritage Conegliano Valdobbiadene site from 2019 to manage the vineyards, because you have to do everything by hand. You cannot use machinery, you cannot enter with trucks into the vineyards, and you have to pick up the grape with your hands. So it's very difficult, very tiring, and today we are going to have leg day.
خبرتنا انه لانه علو، لانه ما في طرقات، كل شيء بينعمل بالايد. واهم شيء حكيت عن النحل يلي بلا نحل بتموت البشريه بعد 4 سنين. وجودهم كثير مهم هون للبرودكشن تكون اكثر واكثر واكثر.
أنطوني، أهلا وسهلا فيك بفينيس. انبسطنا أنا كثير إنك قدرت تيجي معنا. بس أخبرك شو أكثر نحن شو بنعمل. نحن شركة EBA، يعني الشركة اللي بتوزع لبوتيغا بلبنان، وشركة بتوزع لدياجو بالأنتريد وكذا غير برودكتس. سو حبينا نعزمكم تيجوا تشوفوا البوتيغا كيف تتصنع، كيف تنعمل، كيف بيعملوها.
So now we are in Valdobbiadene. So this is the totem that states to indicate the site of Valdobbiadene. We are in the heart of DOCG area, Conegliano Valdobbiadene, where Prosecco is superior. And now follow me this way, because we are in the Cartizze site. Cartizze is the excellence, is the cru of the Valdobbiadene, and it's only 108 hectares for the production of this amazing and unique wine. Welcome to the bench of Cartizze. So from this point you can see all the Cartizze area. This is what you see, it's Cartizze, not other places, only this.
Good morning, good morning. نهارنا ببلش هلا، طقس كتير حلو، حرارة تقريبا 1 أو 2، الشمس رائعة وبنبلش نهار. بوتيغا بروسيكو. اليوم رح نشوف الجلاس فاكتوري، رح نشوف الواينري، المعمل، ونهار طويل بذات المنطقة اللي هي يونسكو بروتكتد سايت، ذا بروسيكو ريجن بفينيتو حد فينيسيا. صح. يلا نهار جديد ببلش هلا.
Hello, today we are in the Soffieria Alexander, where we are blowing the glass. Come with me, and the plan for today is to visit the headquarters of the company, so Bottega SPA headquarters. Then we will move to have a very special tasting, the golden experience. After that, we will go to see our liqueurs and our distillery. So a very, very full day, full of experience, but we start with the Blow Glass company. Vai, soffia, soffia, Bravo! Here we are in the blow glass factory, where we blow the glass every day. This is a very, very important project for us because we change completely the appearance of the bottle. Sandro Bottega had a genial idea 40 years ago, and he changed the bottle of the Grappa, that is our distillate, in a very special piece of art, as you can see. And every day in this company we have 2 people blowing the glass and producing special objects. It's a form of art.
واو امبرسيف انديد. ساعات بتفكر كل شغله قديش بدها وقت. اللي شفتوه هو ربع الشغل. بعد في الفرن، بعد في فرن مره 2 3، بعد في المسكه، بعد في الشغل، هواء، هب، صوت، واو.
Welcome in Bottega. Welcome to the tour. Now we start from this main tasting room of Bottega headquarters. It's called Larine. Larine is the fire where we normally warm in the ancient time the room. From this room we are in Villa Rosina. Villa Rosina is this old Venetian villa, and it was a place where rich people from Venice, we are in Venice land, so very close to Venice, only 40 kilometers far from Venice. All the people, rich people from Venice were used to spend their holidays. So it's a very, very interesting place. We bought it in the 2000, and we take 7 years in order to renovate. This is the traditional architecture of a Venetian villa. So you have the main building, and that part that exits like canal is called barchessa. In the barchessa they were used to storage the tools for managing the garden, the vineyards, and so on. Now for us is our Grappa distillery. Use the old material that we found here, and the garden remained the same. So you can see old trees that are very useful and common to find in our gardens. Through the arch we pass into the vineyard. Here we are in Prosecco land, so 13 hectares of glera. Glera is our queen. Without glera no Prosecco, without Prosecco no spritz, without spritz no life, so glera is fundamental in order to make joy. Yesterday we were in the DOCG area, today here we are in the DOC. Even if we are 10 kilometers far from Conegliano, and this is considered the commitment zone of Conegliano-Valdobbiadene area, so we need to follow the same rules in order to respect the managing of the grape as in the DOCG, even if we are in the DOC. Sustainable quality. Okay, you see the bees? If you have bees, you survive. Otherwise, everybody dead. This pond is hidden in a pump, so we don't waste anything. You know, in our DNA, we are 100% sustainable. Okay? We use and reuse the water of the distillery and in the winery, so we recycle and recircle because this is a filter. This pond is a filter. The vine is like a rose. They have the same DNA. So what is called the marriage between the tree and the vine. It was for the circular economy in the family. The mulberry, the plant, the tree, was given the leaf to feed the bug in order to make the silk. The vine produced the grape, and grape are an aliment like fruit and like wine, because wine till 1960 was considered an aliment, and 1 glass of wine was allowed in the diet of kids at school. The winery for sparkling production. We are surrounded by 65 autoclaves, big steel containers where the second fermentation happens. Here we produce all the bubbles for Bottega. Prosecco, Prosecco DOC, Prosecco DOCG, millesimato, sparkling wine, everything you can drink. So we have a turnover of 4 times per year here in this winery. The capacity is 600 hectoliters, the equivalent of 80,000 bottles. Not all are -4, it depends by the fermentation stage. So if we are fermenting, we reach 15, 16 degrees. Otherwise, when we have to stabilize the wine, we go down and we low at -4. Very special experience that you can have only when you are a bottling company. So if you can bottle the wine, you can make the golden experience, because we are going to taste all the stages in terms of production. Starting from the mast, then when we inject the yeast and the mast start to ferment, to the stabilization, before filtration, and then ready to be bottled. Now we are going to taste the first stages in terms of gold production. So we have the juice, this is the mast, and it's alcohol-free, 150 grams of sugar. This is the base, the reason why we manage our plant by hand in order to maintain the quantity to reach the quality we want to know. This is the second stage. After 10 days, we have reduced the content of sugar from 150 grams of sugar to 30, and we increase the alcohol level. Now here we have ABV 10%. Third step. So here the sample you have is the final product, but not yet the real final product ready to be bottled, because it's full of sediment inside. So it's stabilized for 3 months on the lees. He take all the characteristic and organoleptic profile of the final wine, but it's cloudy. It's not transparent because the sediment are inside. This is the first sample, so it's clear, it's brilliant. You can see this is the appearance of the wine. Straw yellow color, very brilliant, reflecting the light. You see the perlage fine and persistent with the crown of foam on the top of the liquid. That's a symbol of freshness, good acidity inside. Smell it. The second step is to smell. This is the sample of rose gold, our Pinot Noir, cultivated in the south of Milan, where the terroir is perfect in order to make a base of Pinot Noir for sparkling wine.
يعني اختبار رائع، اكسبيرينس تاخذ العقل. عم جرب بدي انا احكي معكم ولحق نفهم كل شيء، وين لازم سجل وين ما لازم سجل. يا ريت كنا قدرنا نصور لكم البوتلينج بلانت، هيوج بوتلينج بلانت، بس ممنوع التصوير جوا. But anyway شفت قديش مرتب وحلو بروفيشنال وهاي اند اند ستيت اوف ذا ارت ايكويبمنت. اول شغله بتلفت النظر انه المبنى اللي قاعدين فيه كله خشب، خشب، سقفه خشب، يعني الدعايمات تبعه خشب، مش عم يطلعوا الكلمات بين الانجليزي وبين العربي. اند ذن مثل ما شفتوا هون في اكثر من شو قالت 65 او 85 بيج اوتوكليف، يعني ميات وميات وميات الاف الاناني موجودين هون. عملنا ذا تيستينج من اول ما هو جريب جوس اول ذا واي تو الواين اللي صار بالاخر او السباركلينج واين، كيف بتبلش طعمه التفاح اندم بتختفي، تيجي البيترنس مروره، بيعلى السكر اللي كثير عالي، بيرجع بيوطى السكر، بيعلى الالكوهول اندن بالاخر فاينل برودكت محل ما طعمه التفاح بترجع. سو كثير حلو واحد يعرف القنينه كيف عم تنعمل وقديش بتاخذ شغل من اول ما العنبه بتنقطف اول ذا واي لهون، والايام والجمع والاشهر الشغل. فكل ما واحد يفتح قنينه ويعرف هيك ينبسط فيها ويشوف السباركلينج الفيزينس تبعها، يعرف كم شخص اشتغل فيها وقديش اخذت شغل. It's a whole journey, the gold experience من أول ما العنبة بتنقطف all the way لهون. And very happy to be touring around Bottega. إذا بتحب السكر موسكاتو 90 grams of sugar per liter سكر. إذا بتحب ال experience, freshness, aromas, flavors, definitely Prosecco. Prosecco منه champagne. Prosecco is a sparkling wine, signature of Italy. With lots and lots of varieties. يمكن صار على الموضة مؤخرا أكثر من العادة. شامبين الماركتينج تبعه مئات السنين من التاريخ، انشهر أكيد بالبيك بوديومز والفيزينس تبعه والرش تبعه والنايت كلوبز تبعه، بس بروسيكو is yet to be discovered more and more. Journeys, flavors, fruitiness, aromas, different varieties, different shapes. بروسيكو شغلة. أنا بدي لكم شغلة إنه بحب البروسيكو، ما ولا مرة عمل لي حرقة. I really enjoy it. Sweetness تبعه على القد to my liking. و understanding how Bottega is done. هو مزبوط قنينة ذهب، ومرات يمكن بتنقص تقول أوكي ويت ليش ذهب؟ It's a signature من 100 سنين. مش يعني غالية ومش يعني بس only for celebrations. It's a wine you can drink every single day with food، مع الغداء، مع العشاء، مع السمك، مع الباستا. فساعات الواحد بيكتشفه أكتر وبيعرف كيف بينعمل بصير يقدره أكتر.
Here we are with 6 horizontal autoclaves. There is a big difference between vertical and horizontal, because in the horizontal you have a small diameter in order to have a bigger surface for the yeast in touch with the wine. And here we make our premium collection procediment to make the premiumization of Prosecco that we will taste tomorrow.
Beautiful tour and beautiful weather. والله محظوظين كتير، الطقس كتير حلو. الشمس رائعة، الألوان الخريف مش معقول. باك تنرجع نخبركم جوا المكانات. واو، المكانات، الصور، الاكس راي، السنسرز، الكلينينج، فيلينج، الكورك، ستيت اوف ذا ارت. واو، والريحه جوا بتقطع من محل لمحل. يا ريت كان فينا صور، يا ريت بس انا تعلمت، وان شاء الله قدر اوصلكم اللي شفته جوا. تجرب اتذكر الاشياء اللي تعلمتها. اول شيء كل القنين اللي بعبون هن فيجن. 1 2 الشامبين والبروسيكو عندهم complete different way of bubbling inside. عندهم زيرو يعني 0.0، عندهم حلال اديشنز، وعندهم كمان الكحول. SKUs اللي صورتهم على بكره كتار، بيعملوا تقريبا اكثر من 20 مليون قنينه بالسنه من كل الاسكيوز كومبايند. بيزرعوا عدة أنواع عنب، but mainly العنب هون تبع بروسيكو اللي هو الأساسي. and what else؟ شغلة كتير مهمة تعلمتها اليوم لأول مرة هي حكينا مرة يمكن بتونس أنه الكورك الفلينة تبع بيد بتجي منشالة من الشجرة مثل ما هي شقف. الفلينة تبع الشامبين هي مانيفاكتشرد كورك، يعني بيبرشوه صغير بيرجعوا بيلزقوه على بعضهم، بس ما كنت افهم ليش انتل بتشوفوا هيدي هي الفلينة اللي بتفوت على القنينة بهالحجم، and then على الضغط اللي بننكبس فيها بقلب القنينة بتصير مثل ما بتعرفوها من تحت ومن برا أعلى. هيدي علومية كتير حلوة جديدة اليوم، لأول مرة بشوف الفلينة مع عدة أحجام وأشكالها، برشتها الصغيرة. شغلة تانية ساعات بتشوفوا 3 نقط على قنينة البوتيغا من فوق، يعني the premium edition.
Here we are in the new distillery for Grappa production, and the second stage of distillation happens here. So we have 3 phases. The first one, bain-marie. So we are boiling the Grappa in order to condense and then to pass in the second column, that is another distiller. Over there we have a second distillation where we cut the head and the tail. We collect the art. The art is put in the art collector over there, and then we dilute with water from the Alps in order to lower the alcohol content. We use a part of this must in order to make this balsamic vinegar that is made the same way of Modena balsamic vinegar. Museo della Grappa o Museo delle Spezie, Spicy Museum or Grappa Museum. This museum is a place where we can tell the story of the brand Alexander. Because at the beginning, when Sando started this fantastic experience, he found this. Aldo Bottega was used to bottle the Grappa in this anonymous bottle. No one take care about it. He made something completely new, and he changed the look of the Grappa with the alembic. It was the first sample of the blow glass bottle. The brand was not Alexander yet. It was Bottega Club, because he made privé in some bars here in the area, where he wanted to make people have the experience of the pairing the Grappa with some food. So special privé. But you know, the Grappa, the bottle for super alcohol, for spirits, is the brand. It's not just a name. Because the shape of the bottle here, we want to demonstrate that every distillery has its own bottle. For the wine, you have the standard bottle, the Bordolese, the Champagnotta, depending by the wine you are bottling. For the spirits, it's not the same. Every distillery has its own bottle, has its own shape. Here we are in the second museum of the company. This museum is called Art in Grappa, l'arte nella grappa. And this is the collection of all the piece of art created by our blow glass master in our blow glass factory. Here you can start seeing collection. They are all small collection, but in the middle of the room you will find an artwork that is very special. It's called Spirit of Peace. It was created to honor the memory of Hiroshima bombing. So it represents the death with the transparent dove on top that rebirth, and the dove become white. It was made by the master Signoretto in Venice. And every time Hiroshima municipality move around the world to celebrate the memory of the bombing, we are asked to move it and to demonstrate it.
بلشنا 9:30 هلا الساعة 1. What a tour. كيف برمنا لفينا رجعنا and here we are. رجعنا على ال point of start، على نقطة البداية. كانت لا يا سيري مش أنت كانت برمة كتير حلوة، فهلا بعتقد وقت الغداء لأنه صار في جوع خفيف. history and super great marketing. تفاصيل، أنانة، ديزاين، ارت، ميوزيوم. واحد بيتعلم كتير من برمة مثل هيدي، كتير كتير كتير. لك والله ما عم بحكي معك.
Here we are in the Fontana Fredda distillery from Bottega. So here we are running two main operations all over the year. So the first one is the distillation of the pomace in order to produce Grappa. And the second one is the production of whiskey. So for the Grappa production, we start in September with collecting the pomace. The pomace are the waste over from the wineries. So the skins and the seeds from the pomace, but I still have some residual sugar. So we collect it, we ensile in those huge salami. We will see them later. And we spread some yeast in order to ferment this sugar, so in order to produce alcohol. In a couple of weeks of fermentation, we will develop a really weak alcohol, around 3%, 3.5% of alcohol. And later we will start to take it out and charge this plant. This is the pomace, so the residual skins and seeds from the vine grapes. You can have a smell if you like. The pomace will just get through the bull machinery till the dealcoholators. So in the dealcoholators, the pomace is getting inside from the top and it's getting out from the bottom, and it's crossing some steam, but we are pumping from the bottom. So the steam is crossing the pomace and it's stripping the alcohol from the pomace. So the alcoholic vapors are getting through the pipes till the condensers, and in the condensers we will meet some cold water, so we will return liquid. The low vine, or flemma in Italian, will pass through the reading glass. Now Marco is checking the alcohol strength and the temperature. And then we will store the low vine inside those tanks over there. The low vine, the flemma, it's not a potable spirit. You cannot drink it. You can smell it, but it's not really nice. You cannot drink it because it has a lot of methanol, aldehydes, and it will be mixed with hot water inside this mesh tun. So the hot water will extract the soluble sugar from the malt into the water. So we will, after 1 hour, we will create a kind of wort, which is really cloudy at the beginning. We will recirculate it down to up in order to clarify it. We will obtain a clear wort at the end of the filtration, and we will start to cool it down. There's a heat exchanger over there, and pump it to the fermenters. In the fermenters, we will add the yeast, and the yeast will convert the sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This beer is technically called the wash in the whiskey world. So after four days, we will pump the wash inside the first still, which is the wash still. The wash inside the first still, which is the wash still, we will start to boil the wash. The alcohol will evaporate faster than the water, so it will get up through the pipes and meet the cold water in the condensers. So we will start from 8% alcohol, and we will obtain the low vine around 24% of alcohol. Discharge the heads, we will collect the heart, which is the nicer part of the spirit, and after a couple of hours of distillation, as far as the heart will turn kind of soapy, kind of bitter on the palate, we will discharge the tails. The tails are again, they are potable, but they are not really nice to drink. So the heart will be collected in the heart receiver, the bigger tank, and it will have more or less 75% of alcohol. So really, really strong alcohol. We will transfer this new make, this spirit, to Brugnera, which you are going next, and we will dilute down to 60%, and we will fill the barrels. After 3 years aging on the barrels, we will have whiskey. So usually the whiskey industry is using the ex-bourbon casks in Europe, because the bourbon casks can be used only once, and they are cheap and largely available. But as far as Bottega is producing Amarone and Brunello wine, we are mainly using ex-Brunello and ex-Amarone casks in order to produce our whiskey.
Here in that area is the exactly area where we produce all the cream, liquor, spirit, vodka, gin, what all our bottling line need in bottling, we produce here, in that place. And here also we produce we made some of our infusion of raw material. For some of infusion I intend ginger, pomegranate, and lemon zest for limoncino. Why we decided to make the infusion of limoncino at home? Because we produce a lot of liter of limoncino by year. We're bottling maybe 2-3 million of bottles of limoncino in different shape. And for this reason, we decided to make all the process at home, because we want to have all the step and process under control. And in this way, we are sure to give of our customer a perfect product every day, because it's very easy made for one time very good liquors of lemon, limoncino, but it's very difficult made the same quality every day. And the skin stay under infusion for a minimum time of 3 weeks. Maximum time 1 month, 1 month and a half. It depends on the temperature in that ambient. What happened? The essential oil contains the skin. In real, all types of essential oil are soluble in the alcohol, 65 degrees. But become insoluble when I reduce the degrees inside of the infusion, water. In this way, essential oil become insoluble, come up and give the color, flavor, and taste. Over there we have the production, and here we stock all the type of grappa. And over there in that room, now we show you, we age the grappa, because in Italy we have a very strict law. And for declare the time of aging of grappa, we can make an auto certification, but it's necessary to have a certified of aging. In fact, when I need made some job inside of the barricaia, I call the officer, and the officer here remove the seal, open the door. I made everything I want. Different type of oak, different type of level of toast inside. We use American French, and we use also the same cask that we use before we use for aging our Amarone wine or Brunello wine. After time of aging, we take the cask, put here, and we use for age our whiskey. For Italy, whiskey is a very new word. We don't have the story of whiskey, we don't have experience of whiskey. But we have a very high experience for aging and for distillation, and for the beer. We use the same process of Scotch whiskey, the same. We use the same, single malt whiskey. We use the same process because we made the beer, we fermentation of the beer, and we have a double distillation of the fermentation of the beer with the same pot still they use in Scotland.
Friends, I want to welcome you and all your friends in a fantastic place, which is the hills of Conegliano, heritage of Prosecco, where everything is born for us. We was kids when our father gave a little sip of wine when we were 1 year old in order to teach us how to drink the wine, to know the wine. And in the following years we started how to learn to make the wine, and finally now we are here to teach how to make and to enjoy the wine. So I'm so proud that you are here. Thank you very much. I look forward to see you for hundreds of times, drinking wine, toasting to the life, and be friend. Prosecco is a wine. Wine is the poem of the earth. It is our economy, it is the most important part of our economy, but it is also a way of life. We drink Prosecco to socialize, to be friend, to tell the truth, because we always teach to the people that the first glass of wine is to satisfy our thirsty, the second is to smile, and the third is to tell the truth. So we like to enjoy a glass of wine when we go out of our office, and when we toast together with friends, and also when we eat. And we can eat any type of food with Prosecco, because it's a very flexible product wine. It's a wine that you can enjoy with fish, with pizza, with pasta, but on Sunday we enjoy together with barbecue, and on the celebration day we enjoy together with desserts, with fruit salad or with a beautiful cake that is normally made like a tiramisu, because we are the city where tiramisu was invented, was born by a gentleman whose name was Alfredo Beltrame. He had a restaurant that became a chain. Unfortunately, he passed in 1982, and the name of this chain was El Tula, and it is a fantastic chain of a great quality food, and which is spread all over the world, from Japan to United States. Anyway, said this, Prosecco is a way of life, is a way to give us a sparkling moment, and it is also a moment, a wine that is a part of our tradition, from not only from since we are young and where we start to make the wine when we are very young, and we grow up with the Prosecco. But it's also the name of the area. It's the place where we feel at home in any place of this countryside, from the hills to the mountains, from the sea. It's all Prosecco, and every moment you go, every person you met, they tell you, "Well, let's go to drink a Prosecco." Okay.
بأول نهار اكتشفنا المنطقة ووصلنا على منطقة فينيتو يلي هي حد فينيس. بتاني نهار برمنا على بوتيغا بروسيكو من الأول للآخر، الأناني، المعمل، المكتب، وكيف بيعملوا مش بس البروسيكو بس كل السبيريتس. بنهارنا الثالث رح نبلش بالواين سكول and then كيف بيعملوا the big barrels. 3 أيام مع بوتيغا بفينيتو بياخدوا العقل. أول فيديو، تاني فيديو، اليوم الثالث ببلش هلأ. سكول اوف واين او واين سكول صار لها اكثر من 150 سنه، اكبر وحده بايطاليا. عم نعمل بارمنه، بلشنا اول شيء بالجامعه، رجعنا انتقلنا على تاني ميل محل ما بيصنعوا نبيد، ومحل ما التلاميذ بتنام او بتتغدى فينا نشتري نبيد هون بيصنعوا نبيد تبعهم، والتلاميذ بتجي على هذا المبنى كرمال تتعلم كيف تعمل نبيد سباركينج واين، بروسيكو اند موسكاتو. اول وقفه هي بهيدي المدرسه اللي اكيد كثير عالم بتتمنى تيجي تتعلم فيها، بس بعتقد انه بس بالتليانه فما لنا دور وما لنا حظ هون. اول وقفه قبل ما نكفي، كثير محمس وناطر كل دقيقه بدقيقه عم بعد الثواني امتى بدنا نوصل على الواين بارل فاكتوري. coming soon.
So the wood have to season here in Sicilia because we are closer to the mountains. So this is better for the micro-oxygenation of the wood. The wood have to season a lot of time. I mean, the stave thickness is 55 millimeters, so 5 centimeters and 5. So we buy the trunks from our suppliers in France. Then all the trunks goes in Slavonia in our sawmill called Klikpar. And then they cut in Klikpar in Croatia, and then all the trunks sewn came here in Sicilia for natural seasoning. Are curved inside this vessel. After the curving, they become the head of the barrel that have to be shaved and staved by our robots. Because a lot of people think that the aroma of the staves depend on the forest. For example, a lot of enologists think that the French staves are more sweet, more flavored. Then the other staves have more tannins. But we understood with this study, so analyzing a lot of staves, that the aroma of the staves depends on the position of the trunk in the forest. Because some trunks are closer to a river, so they are feed in a different way from the other. the first one that we have, and in its shape, and it gives the shape of a stave. Yeah, here there is this special bigger cask. These are house cask. So these are rooms. So inside we put the bed. There is also the toilet. There are rooms.
ناطر هاللحظة صار لي 3 أيام وصارت. اوه ماي جاد، شو هالاكسبيرينس. المعمل نظافة بشكل مش معقول، 3D AI مودرن تكنولوجي، واكيد الشغل القديم وبعضهم عم يشتغلوا على النار والخشب والبرم اتسترا. بيجيبوا كل خشباتهم او من فرنسا او من سلوفينيا and then ببلشوا يعملون، بفوتوا بسيستم يشربوا مي يضطروا، وبعدين كل كلاينت بيطلب نوعية خشب depending on the wine they want to produce. يعني في مش الخشب لكل الناس. الاشكال اللي بيعملون، الاحجام اللي بيعملون، كنت انا مفكر انه هول بس قصص كتير قديمه ووقفت العالم تعملهم، بس بعدهم بدي يقطعوا بعده مراحل: النار، المي، التعوج، الحديد من برا، وفي اشكال وفي احجام حسب كل شخص شو بده، ان كان to produce wine or to store wine. من اصغر واحد بنعرفه وشايفينه اكيد بكتير واينريز وكيف بينعملوا دليفري للكلاينت، لا اكبر واحد يلي بقلب الواينريز بحطوا فيه امبيد. اوه ماي جاد، عن جد one of the memorable experiences. مش كتير ناس عندها تشانس انها تشوفها. فيري بروفيشنال، بيستقبلوا العالم مثل ما شايفين، حاطط شيء بدينتي، هي عم تحكي وانا عم بسمع وكلنا عم نسمع، لانه في ضجه، لانه في مكانات عم تشتغل. بس بدي اقول لكم انه ولا في ريحه خشب ولا في غبره بقلب المعمل. سوبر 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 كلين and very professional. now we know. لكن تعلمنا عن العنب، تعلمنا عن النبيت، تعلمنا عن البروسيكو، عن الفيزينس، تعلمنا عن حتى الستورج اوف واين. عرفتوا عن شو عم بحكي؟ عم بحكي عن هول اللي شفناهم بواينريز، الباب من تحت ستور برودكشن اوف واين، all the way على كل المكانات. واللي شفتوه هول الأحجام الكبيرة بالآخر هول بيوت اير بي ان بي بيد اند بريكفاست. إذا حدا منكم عباله يعمل شيء مهضوم بقلب الضياع، شيء جديد، بيقدروا يعملوا لكم بيوت من الخشب. impressed. واو.
انطوني، مثل ما كنا حكينا باول نهار، سفرتنا قربت تخلص هلا ببوتيغا. رح نرجع نكفي على فالنسيا بكره، نقضي يومين. نحن مثل ما قلت لك من شركه EBA، نحن الوكلاء تبع البوتيغا صرنا اكثر من 5-6 سنين موزعه بلبنان. نحن الاكسكلوزيف ديستريبيوتور تبعها بالان تريد وبالاوف تريد. حبينا انطي نعزمك تتيجي تشوف على قد الجريت بوتل والبوتيغا كيف تكون مصنوعه وكيف تنعمل والتاريخ كيف معمول وكيف بلشت وكيف صارت. ان شاء الله تكون انبسطت معنا، ويلا ان شاء الله نكست يير نحن كل سنه بنسافر فينا نرجع نعيدها للسفره، وكثير انبسطنا فيك.
Welcome back to our Bottega headquarters for the training and the tasting of the afternoon. So we start with a recap of the company. So what we are, where we are, what we do. This is Italian map, and here we are in Bottega headquarters in Villa Rosina. We have 5 wineries, 3 in Veneto region and 2 in Tuscany. In Tuscany we produce Chianti and Montalcino wines. In Veneto we have Valpolicella wines and Prosecco for sure. Numbers of Bottega: 14 million liters yearly, but 25 million bottles. Why? Because we are leader in the market with the piccolo bottiglia. 1 liter, 5 bottles. So the reason why 14 million liters equivalent 25 million bottles. This is very important. 98% Italian, and our turnover is 85 export. We are present in 165 countries all around the world. So you can see that our presence in the market is international. Is included in 2 regions, 9 provinces, between Veneto and Friuli Venezia Giulia. The main city center for Prosecco DOC production is Treviso, the town you are visiting in a few hours. And when you have in the back label the mention Treviso, this is a guarantee of quality. All our Prosecco DOC has the mention Treviso in the back label. Is extra brut. 3 different vintages. We are talking about old vintages: 2021, 2022 and 2023. Innovative technologies with horizontal autoclaves, different price position and unique design. So he was looking for the rarity of the vineyards. You have a walk, and when we talk about leg days, it means that it's very tiring to walk from the bottom to the top of the hill. It's not easy, and you have to work because we have just a walk. But if you think that people have to work there and go up and down several times in order to collect, prune and manage, it's very hard, and the area is very, very small compared to Champagne, Cava and blah blah. Okay. And now we want to present the collection. The collection is Gold Cru, Vintage 2023, 4 months of fermentation. Then we move. This is a limited edition for a special client. So we move to Gold Diamond, Vintage 2022, and 9 months of fermentation in the autoclave. Here we have the Stardust Black. They are unique bottle, Vintage 2021, 9 months, and Stardust Gold, 1 year, Vintage 2021. So this is the entire collection that now we are going to taste. you have in your glass, you have a sample with a pale yellow color, very brilliant crystal, reflecting the light. The light passes through the glass and reflects. It's a synonymous of freshness, acidity. That is what we are looking for in a glass of Prosecco. Then you have to evaluate the perlage, so the bubbles from the bottom to the top. Perlage is fine, persistent. The bubbles are very, very small, very elegant. You have a crown of foam on the top of the liquid. The mousse that is formed, it must be persistent. It means that you have a good combination between the carbon dioxide that is a gas with the wine that is a liquid all together. So they stay two different forms of materia in the same glass for a long time. This is. And then we smell. Immediately, primary aromas. Yesterday we say about apple, pear, white flower, and they are present all, but a little bit more with minerality, with something that reminds you stones, wet stones, like powder, something like that. They are affected for longer time by the yeast, because it stays on the lees for 4 months, not like gold. I can pour the gold too. Nives vai a prendermi il gold.
إذا بخبركم قديش شربنا بروسيكو آخر 3 أيام، بعتقد أكثر ما شربت بكل حياتي. تعلمت كتير، هيدا أهم شغلة، وعبالي أرجع أخبركم شو أنا تذكرت. أهم شغلة إنه لإلي كان دايماً كنا نقول شامبين، أو أنا بعتبر أو الناس اللي حوالي إنه شامبين هو البريميوم and then Prosecco comes second، مع إنه غلط. شامبين ثابت إنه اسم منطقة، ما في ضيعة اسمها بروسيكو، بس هي هذه المنطقة كلها سوا يلي يمكن أخذت لها شهرتها فينيس، بس هي المنطقة تبع بروسيكو. سو اليوم تقريبا هنا على ذات الليفل، إذا مش بروسيكو بعد غنية أكتر وفيها حياة أكتر، وتعلمت آخر 3 أيام قديش مهمة. كنت اتفادى أشرب شامبين لأنه يعمل لي كتير حرقة، سو بروسيكو كنت أعتبره ذات العائلة، even though ما بيقربوا بعضهم إلا إذا كانوا third family cousins. فاللي تعلمته آخر 3 أيام هو انبسط بالبروسيكو يلي انبسطت فيه ماكسيموم، ما بيسكر، ما بيهزهز، feels floral, spring, enjoyable, like a fruit juice. أخذني كتير محلات، بس هي أول مرة بنعمل tasting and then خلينا نوصل لهون. بلشنا بالقنينه يلي هي تقريبا حقها 20 يورو اللي انبسطنا فيها كتير اخر 3 ايام، يلي هي البوتيغا جولد. مزبوط شكلها ذهبي وبخوف وبتقولوا قديش غاليه هيدي القنينه، بس انا حقها 20 دولار ارخص من حيالك نبيد. I'll do it again and again، ومن هلا ورايح بشربها اكثر بلا ما يكون في هالبرسبكتيف تبع if it's sparkling so it's for a celebration. You can have sparkling every single day. And then بتطلع شوي to 29 تما اقول شي غلط 36 119 وبعدين 250، وبتشوف كيف عم تطلع بالفليفر، بالاروما، بالريتشنس، ايفن دو اللون هو ذاته والكميه البابلز بقلبها هي ذاتها. بتبلش هون وبتشم وبتحس التفاح حلو، مثل التفاح الاخضر، فيري فريش، فيري فروتي، ريحتها على المنخار مثل كانك عم تشم بارفان بطريقه كتير سلسه. طعمتها nicely fizzy, sparkling, little tiny bubbles، ما بيقرصوا، ما بهيك، ما بيزغزغوا اللسان، مش كانك عم تشرب sparkling water، بس شيء كتير خفيف هيك بملحس اللسان اذا الكلمه مزبوطه. نايس اسيديتي at the end، بتبلعهم بطريقه كتير حلوه. and then تما طول عليكم عم ترجع تطلع شوي. الريحه عم تتغير، الريحه is developing, maturing, and adding a complexity عليها من هون لهون، even though بالاخر على ال 250 صرنا بغير محل completely. مش يعني هون اطيب، it's a personal favorite. الجولد انف كتير مهمه، كتير مهمه، يعني منه عايز واحد يدفع اكثر ينبسط اكثر، ما بتبلش كتير مهمه، فايماجن قديش بعد طلعنا لهون and so on and so forth along the way. So overview of the last 3 days. صرت رح اشرب البروسيكو اكثر، رح تتكلف الجيبه اكثر. رح اطلع على هيدي البراند اللي كنت يمكن ما كنت اعطيها كتير اهميه لانه كنت اعتبرها probably festive براند. وهون عم خبركم اليوم مثل ما هن بكل صدق، مش لانه هن عزمونا تنجي لهون، لو مش طيبين مش طيبين، وفي واحد من الدرينكس ما حبيته تخانقت معهم وخبرتهم حقيقه مثل ما هي. So recommended all the way, enjoyable yes, and I'll drink it more and speak about it more. لا ما خلصت قصتنا هون، صورت الفيديو اللي قبله من ساعة. So 1 hour later مع 24 قنينة ورانا خلص التيستينج. There is more? And no, there is more. بعد ما خلص التيستينج. So عم بعتقد عم نجرب كل شيء عندهم اياه هون. Everything. بس أول شيء شو بعرف أحكي. I have become a Prosecco expert and a wine too. And fizzy drinks as well. Halal, zero, sparkling, non-sparkling, and everything in between. ما قلت لكم أول ما بلشت more than 2000 SKUs. رح ندوق منهم probably شي 50. And the journey continues for another hour. See you in the next video. وهيك بتخلص قصتنا. نهارنا الثالث وسفرة بوتيغا. بكرة حلقة جديدة بس هالمرة بفينيس. قلت لكم من أول الطريق إن احنا جايين على فينيس بس بعد ما شفتوها. فينيس again للثالث مرة. فيكم تحضروا فيديوز القدام اوريدي على يوتيوب. بكرة ويك اند سبت أحد بفينيس. فينيسيا محل ما كل الأكشن بتصير. Good night and see you in the next episode.